Giancarlo podcast.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the next episode. Today, we got another special guest, another comedian. His name is Howard. I don't know what you go by for your full name, or if
Howard L. Howard E.L.
Howard E.L.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome, Howard E.L. Today, we're just going to go shoot the shit, smoke a joint as usual, and talk about some comedy shit.
Right, that's what's up.
So, as I fire this up,
What flavor is that, my brother?
this is called Cherries on Top. It's very sweet and earthy, and it's got a little bit of spice to it as well. It's definitely a really good one.
Sounds appetizing.
Yeah, it's something I really like. Definitely make your eyes chinky, you know? That's for sure. So, yeah, man. So let's start things off, where are you from?
I'm from D.C. originally. Migrated my way down here to Virginia.
Right on, man.
You know how it is. I led the comedian's life, hard times,
Yeah.
Parents kicked me out with a hefty bag with my stuff
Oh, man.
and landed in Virginia. You know
That's,
what I mean?
I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes life throws you lemons, you gotta make lemonade,
All day.
So,
You know what I mean?
yeah, man. So what got you into comedy?
Just life itself. I like to laugh at it, man. I used to sneak my daddy's Richard Pryor records back in the day.
I feel you.
So probably at age of 6, I got the bug, and then did not. As a kid, you don't know you have it.
Right.
You just go through life, and then next thing you know, you end up there. So about 15, 16, it hit me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Try to do some comedy.
that's what's up, man. It's cool that you've been doing it that long. That's a lot of comedians that I know personally, just local guys. They've only been doing it for just a couple of years. So, so that the fact that you've been doing it for that long is cool, and listening to one of the greats is, that's always a good way to get into it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But my career's been kind of weird though, because I had a dad that he instilled structure and discipline. So I've always had a job, and it's hard to do comedy full time. Keep a job. I was wondering when my turn was coming.
It was coming.
So it's been kind of like spaced out. And then, I stepped in some shit. I got married. So that took 10 years off of it.
I got you.
So technically, I'm back at it. Been about 3 years, back at comedy.
I got
know
you.
what I mean? So, but it's been off and on about 15 years.
I mean, I feel
Make
that.
sense?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I know all about the artistry world, and I play music, so I get it. Like sometimes life throws things at you where you gotta just like push that to the side so you can take care of business and life, and but, yeah. But the fact that
You got a cough button, brother, because this is good. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, it's definitely really tasty. But yeah, I mean, like when you have a true passion for something, no matter what it is, I mean, you're always gonna come back to it. So the fact that you did is cool, because a lot of people let life get in the way, and they push it off to the side for too long that they never actually get back to their passion.
Right.
So that's always a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do you think like your comedy resonates with others?
Honestly, I'm still developing who I am as a comedian. I don't know, man. I got so many different ideas and views. So
I got you.
my main thing is just learning myself right now. My peers, they seem to like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They come to the shows. They bow down all the time. So I don't know what that means, but you know what I mean. I'm joking, but I mean, I'm just trying to really just find myself.
I feel
You know
that.
what I mean?
Like what kind of comedy, like you say that you like, when you do your bits, is it like dark humor? Is it cynical? Is it political? Is it religious? Is it a combination of everything? Is it just real life shit that kind of
It's
you've experienced, or even like
y-
vicariously experiencing life through others around you?
yeah. Right now, my main comedy is about things that are going on in my life. I think I'm clean, but I was in a clean show. Cat told me, "Hey man, that wasn't really clean." But I'm looking at clean like the language used.
Right.
I'm talking about topics like,
Right.
he said punching kids in a joke is not really clean. But I have stepkids, and that's,
Sometimes they
all that's
want
on my mind. You
right.
know what I mean? So,
Just like
you
give them a
know,
good bop real quick,
yeah,
Get in line, boy.
like the old days.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean?
That's
It worked for me.
that's
You know what I
definitely
mean?
right. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel that, man. Um, I definitely can relate to that.
Yeah,
As
so I mean, really, in the whole scheme of things, I haven't done enough on stage to see how the consistency or the loop of what my actual personality is. Um, but I'm working with this camera guy. We got a sitcom coming out, and the sitcom is related to basically when I talk about stepkids and the family on stage. So I'm a work in progress. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah, I
so to
got you.
speak. But you know, if we can make America accept that view, you know what I mean? Hands-on child rearing again, you know what I mean? I think I'll have a place out there.
Yeah, I think when it comes to comedy, I think that people just need to stop being so fucking soft
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Oh my
so
God.
sensitive.
Uh,
So because I
yeah.
mean, it's you're dealing with a lot of comedians, even the comedians I watch on YouTube or whatever.
That's my fastest back.
Of course,
I got stuck. It's like,
they basically a lot of them have to watch what they say. They don't want to offend nobody and then catch a lawsuit somewhere, which is bullshit because comedy is supposed to lighten up the life in the moment, lighten up the mood when shit's real in the field. And,
excuse
when
me.
you talk about real life shit, you can make anything turn into comedy if you, deliver it the right way. So,
And the thing about it is, eventually we turn everything into comedy.
right.
No matter how tragic it is at the
Yes.
moment,
Right.
sooner or later down the line, you know what I mean? Once you get past the it's too soon,
Hmm.
it's going to be a joke. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I
I
agree.
would say some things people make jokes about, but I don't want it taken as I'm making a joke.
Right.
But, some of our darkest history, somebody got a joke to say about it. You
Yeah,
know what I
for
mean?
sure.
But my thing is, and I hope comedians stand together and get back to this because, like you said, a lot of them are scared right now. I'm not scared.
That's good.
Comedy used to be the place that you could say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? The stuff that people didn't want to say.
I get it.
You know
I
what
mean, I walk around every day with no filter, so
Yeah.
that's
Can't
just
change.
that's how I am, and that's sometimes I think it's the best way because then you're just always keeping it 100 with everybody, and even
But
like when it comes to your friends, you know what I mean? Like,
but if you pay your ticket to go to a show to see a comedian, hopefully you did your research.
right,
You know what I mean? He says something you don't like. That's not a right to go up on stage and do whatever you want to do. I mean, sit
right,
your ass down and just take it, leave, walk out. That's what they used
right,
to do. They used to just walk out the room. You
right,
know what I mean? Now, hey, we got to fight.
right.
I pack, so whatever. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
As
feel
soon as
that.
you swing, pow, pow. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Hey, self-defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they was coming at me, man. Got to do what I got to do. No, I feel that, man. So, what do you think your biggest accomplishment is, as far as like in the field of being in comedy?
My biggest accomplishment has been getting some cats that had the talent, but they had like major stage fright. You know what I mean? Getting them through that and
Yeah,
getting them on
stage
stage.
fright is real.
You know what I mean? I'm the type like you see a lot of comedians. They do their stuff, their banners. They put their name on it, their big old picture. You know what I mean? I'm about putting the group out there. You know what I mean? I'd rather put a team of people out there than promote me out there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I get you.
So,
I do
yeah,
that a
bringing
lot
some
too.
comedians on stage that probably wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? Because they were scared.
No, I get that, man. Like I said, stage fright is a real thing. When I when I started, doing music, took me a while to get through it. But like I learned from some OGs, and they were like, "Look, man, if you need to do it, this is the way to do it." And one of the things I'll never forget, Charlie Carp, rest in peace. He was like, "Look at the exit sign, because usually there's an exit sign right in front of you, at the back of the room." So instead of looking at all the people and getting anxiety, I look at the exit sign, and just focus on that and act like I'm in my room or something, kind of just picture myself in my room. Or just, the exit sign was just a way to have a focal point other than the crowd. So, after a few times of doing that, it was cool. It worked out, like it got me to stop being, scared to fuck up or, scared to even sing or perform or even playing the guitar, especially because I was new at it. So yeah, I mean, it's like the stage fright is definitely real. I know people that are way worse off where they got to throw up every single time they hit the stage. Even people that do that shit regularly. But it's just about getting through that shit and psyching yourself out of it.
My first couple of times, I would get butterflies so bad I was almost hyperventilate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look back now, it's like, the hell?
Right.
What you think was going to happen?
Right.
You know
what the fuck was I
saying?
so scared of? Yeah.
But in comedy, that exercise, that's how I get the hell out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
No, I feel that, man.
Another one, when I say that, you can leave.
Right.
You don't have to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you with a band, you kind of committed to a group. But
yeah, it is.
You're a solo act. Nobody
right.
knows you're there. Open mic, you sneak in the back. You
right.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
Heart start beating. Pew. Oops. Did I hit that mic?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. Just run out the door, man. But then you're going to come back. If you got the bug, you're going to come back, bro.
Yeah, the bug is real. The first time I performed it, that shit bit the fuck out of me. And I was like, I ain't stopped since. I've been at it for what? 16 years. Almost 17 years going on now. So, yeah, I mean, I love performing. I get a fucking high off of that shit like it's no other. So like stage fright is no more. Right. Now I just look forward to going to play on stage. I feel like I belong there. Where once you do that shit over and over again and you get bit by the high of performing and people being receptive to your performance, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. So
but
like,
you know what? I mean, it's great. It's wonderful. I love that feeling. But when you come off the damn stage, you know what I mean? Oh, excuse me. Can I get some more of that?
Yeah.
Can I bottle this shit up and
right.
take it home with me?
Right. That's the thing too. I mean, like, there's been so many times, and like after a big show, and when we packed the house out with like 300 people, and it's 3:00 in the morning, the bar's closing up, and we gotta leave and go home, and then it's like everybody going to bed or some shit. I go home and it's like it's quiet. I'm like fucking high as balls off of fucking playing the show. So it's like. It's a cool feeling, but yeah, man, I wish I could bottle it up.
Yeah. Give me some of that stank butt, toe jam, underarm funky. Mitchum won't hold it, nappy headed, bucktooth funk. Like
Makes
just
you
eliminate
continue
green
to
rooms. When the
play
show's over, we go
shows.
down to the crowd. You
Yeah,
know
well,
what I
that's what
mean?
makes you continue to play or perform or do whatever, so that way you can feel that feeling.
Yeah,
You know, it's a drug. It's definitely a drug.
it is.
You know,
it
but it's a
is.
good one. A good thing to be addicted to. So, like, who'd you like to collaborate with? Like, anybody specific, and like, who would you say be your biggest inspiration? I mean, obviously you named Richard Pryor, but I'm sure you got some others.
Um, my I really my love is actually writing. You know what I mean? And there was a time where it was easier just to get on stage and try to get discovered and have somebody write stuff for you. And now, with all the Illuminati's and crap and rituals you got to go through, it's better just to build your own crap yourself. So,
Yeah.
I'm back into writing. As far as collaborating, what? I'm sorry. Illuminati is not real, okay?
Shit, I don't know about that.
Was that a different show? My bad. I would like, because of the projects
I
we
believe
do,
they're real. It's
right?
cool.
We do local stuff, right? And when you do local stuff, local sitcoms, whatever, you got to use the talent that you have around you,
Right.
right? And sometimes it's insufferable. I ain't gonna lie, right? Because these person who never acted before, you say, hey, you got to look. I want you to try this part. They do the part and they want to embellish. All of a sudden they become, thespians.
Right.
So when you say collab, I would like to collab with some professional actors.
Right.
For the scripts that we have to actually see how it should go with no stress.
Yeah.
People that know what they're doing.
Right.
Okay.
I got you. Well, I mean, that makes a
Hope
lot
I
of
didn't
sense.
offend anybody.
No. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I understand because I've gone through that with musicians. I mean, I collaborate with musicians like all the time. You know, the nature of my band is called my band name is Just Winging It, and the nature of it for a long time before I had like a solidified group that was the same members. It was always rotating members. Like it was never really a solid thing, and even so now, like I still have different members come play with us.
But you had a bar though, right? Where you had to at least be able to play at this level.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely started playing at the bars, and then, I mean, I started throwing music festivals up in New England. So then I was doing the booking agent job, or I would say talent scout would be a better description of that, because I would take the knowledge I had as a musician, the talent that I knew was surrounding me was crazy good, and I would just make all of those bands show up on my lineup, and then I would book some really big acts as well that had a following and that were well known, so that way those bands could get more exposure, and that was the best part of it all. But that also created an avenue for me to play bigger.
But you were surrounded by good talent.
I was surrounded by extremely good talent.
See,
I was.
So your life was wonderful.
When it came to that part of it, yeah, for sure. I mean, throwing those festivals was stressful because it cost a lot of money. I didn't have sponsors. I didn't have investors for real. Like in the beginning, I just did that shit off my own back, and I didn't make any of it back. I lost all that shit. So financially, I took some hits. You know what I mean? Like some big hits.
Like a big investment in advertising, though, because
it was. But like at the end of the day, now that I look at it, in every way, it was successful except the financial part.
Gotcha.
So people came. I completed my task as far as like having the festival actually go down, and then not being some sham. Like I had all my departments set. It was just the money didn't come in the way I needed it to. So I always wound up owing money at the end of it. And in the beginning, throwing a festival, nobody really knows you, so they don't trust your word, you know, so they're like coming at you crazy. But then once I proved it, I was, you know, reliable on my word. Then when you know, if I lost money again, which I did, you know, it wasn't as stressful at the end of it. And, you know, like, the fun part for me was booking the bands and scheduling the music. Um, and I had every day set up like a different style of music throughout the entire day, which was sweet. Like the way I was able to articulate the schedule in that way really brought a lot of people's attention. It got a lot of people's attention for the lineup, and I was able to finagle a lot of my friends' bands in there, and they were, you know, they did us justice. They sold tickets and they made a little bit off of their shit, you know, for selling. So it was a great experience, and at the end of it, it allowed me to have an avenue to where I could play music anywhere because my name was known.
Excuse me.
And I could show up at any bar pretty much, you know. And
See, I think most comics would love to be in the music world, man. You know what I mean? A lot of comics wish they could sing. You know what I mean?
But you could be a
Play
comedic
instruments,
musician.
Huh?
You could always be a comedic musician,
Right.
like Reggie
Right.
Watts.
But that should have started a little while ago.
Yeah, well, Reggie Watts been
You know.
doing it for some years.
Right.
He's
But he's
you
been
know,
playing since he was a kid, though, right?
yeah, no doubt. But he's like, he uses comedy within his music though, which is really cool. It's different, you know. I've never seen anybody do that before.
Yeah, I think the smoothest with it is Jamie Foxx.
He's hilarious too.
Because
Yeah,
he can really sing.
right,
That's the difference.
right, absolutely.
His
There
brother
was
can't
a
sing. I'm tone deaf. That's what my
there was a thing where
church choir director said.
I would go to this festival. I will not name what festival, but there would be the guy that owns the property on Sunday would do a Sunday sermon, and I mean, 90% of us there were fucked up. You know what I mean?
Was that after the festival or before?
It was during
On Sunday?
on Sunday.
Okay.
So the festival would be going on from like Thursday afternoon until pretty much Monday morning.
All right. People didn't take off Saturday night?
Some did, but some didn't. But like the entirety of the festival was all weekend, and it usually happens around 4th of July. So this is a spot that I
know how to throw a party, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 4-day party. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Lots of tripping, lots of smoking, lots of all great fun.
Right. So
you
how'd
know?
y'all receive the sermon?
But
I mean,
this is where I'm getting at. Like, this guy is hilarious with his storytelling.
right.
You know, he tells true stories, but they're like almost unbelievable. You know what I mean? Because they're so wild. You know, but that's the kind of guy he is, and that's the kind of life he's lived. You know what I mean? You know, and they lived in the Grateful Dead society. You know, and amongst the Grateful Dead fans and Grateful Dead buses and whatnot. So like, yeah, it's funny. He does a sermon and he's telling these stories about what they used to do back in the day, and he has like a nice little drum beat and
He's playing?
his stepson playing the bass behind him, and all he's doing is talking on the microphone, telling stories with this like, it's almost like Pink Panther-ish like type of jazz, you know, like in the background, and it kind of accents his storytelling, and it makes it like even more funny, you know. So it's like you could do stuff like that, and I think that's pretty cool, like to incorporate music with comedy like that, you know. And that, you know, that's what I was getting at. But yeah, like there's lots of different, I think there are lots of different ways you can go about it. Stand-up comedy and doing that straight shooter shit is like always the most effective.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. Anybody that can master one-liners, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to get the golden ticket.
Give me some of that. Choke you out, chill you out, mellow you down. Sweet jazzy shit. for sure. I definitely love to. Let me fix this microphone because I feel like it's falling. Um, Sounded like a little squirrel or some shit, you know. That was funny. But
All right.
but yeah. So like, what do you?
I don't think it's gonna hold up.
It's all right.
Okay.
It'll be all right. What do you think? What do you want to achieve in the end with your comedy? You said you want to write, but like, what do you think?
What I want to achieve, I want to be able to afford me on, I wouldn't say just comedy and all the creative arts that I'm into.
I got you.
That's my end goal. I mean, I'm not into the fame because of before said Illuminati requirements to be famous.
Yeah.
I'm good. But yeah, I would like to, have enough revenue to, again, the eyes. I'm sorry. You just got initiated? You didn't tell me? Dude, congratulations.
I definitely believe it. In the Illuminati.
I mean, is that we not supposed to say that on the podcast?
I don't give a shit.
Right.
We can talk about whatever you want.
Because it seems like every time you say Illuminati, I was
No,
like, it gets quiet.
That's the cameraman over there, man.
I mean.
He's the one that looks crazy.
Yeah,
I don't think it's about the Illuminati.
Yeah.
I think it's just every time you say that we're in the midst of passing the J and he's trying to get a hit.
Oh, my bad. Is he supposed to be in the rotation?
He can be.
Man.
He can be.
He's
absolutely.
not talent.
He's talented. You'll see in a little bit.
No talent. Like I said, okay, there you go.
I got it.
But yeah, I just want to be able to. No.
Do you want to like
just be able to, pay some bills with it,
I got you.
That's it.
Is there like, anything that you want to achieve as far as like a message to the people, or like when you're doing your skits or writing, you know what I mean? Like when you're trying to put content out there, like, or you just like on some whatever shit, like?
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do, I know as I go forward, I'm gonna represent the hard-nosed people that are misunderstood.
Yeah, I got you. There's a lot of those.
Right. He's mean, or he's snappy. He's this and that, but he also loves you.
Right.
And he also will support you through whatever. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
So I guess my mission would be, take it easy on the hard-nosed people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's how we were brought up.
Right.
Period. And if your daggone football coach could do it, if your military instructor could be hard-nosed, daggone it, we can too. That's
Yeah,
all
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
there's definitely a place for people like that in this world because it's needed. There's a lot of followers in this world, so
Yeah.
People need to look up to someone that's gonna not be afraid to speak out.
And I'll say this now. I think
shit.
it sounds a little weird or crazy right now, but as this movement grows, you know what I mean? People see what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I mean, I already know what time it is.
Mm.
I've been around a lot of hard nosed motherfuckers, and I can be hard nosed at times myself.
Right.
But I
We're
also
gonna call it the Eric Bieniemy effect.
the what?
The Eric Bieniemy effect.
Okay.
You heard of him?
No,
Football coach.
I got
And
you.
they say he can't get a coaching job because he's too hard nosed. I mean,
Well,
he used to pull your face mask. Who was the coach at Indiana back in the day? He would throw the chair at you.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That's
See, it's a little bit of age and weed going on right now, so
I mean,
it'll come back to me later on in the segment, probably.
yeah, right on.
Cameraman,
He knows.
basketball coach, Hoosiers back in the day. Okay.
I do know what you're talking about because I remember seeing those little bits on like the news and shit.
Yeah. Always getting fined. All right, that kind of went sideways. Where were we?
It doesn't matter. Oh, well, it didn't really go sideways because you were talking about how you want to, send a message to the people about, taking it a little easier on the hard-nosed motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I think there's levels of it, and, sometimes people go overboard, but like if you know how to do it right, I think it can be done correctly.
Right.
Where there's a line, as long as you draw the line somewhere,
Right. I mean,
you got it.
we not talking about going full Adrian Peterson.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like,
No.
there's always needs to be a line,
Yeah, definitely.
So I mean, that's what needs to be respected, I think, and for people to understand. Okay, at least there's a line. People know what you got going on.
Yeah, right now I got a little gig going every Thursday night out at Buckrow Beach. A spot
nice.
called Coasters Beach Grill.
Okay.
Nice little cozy restaurant.
You can find the link right down here.
Yeah, Coasters Beach Grill. Show starts about 8:00. What we do is I host. Got a partner, Herman Hurston, he hosts. We have the locals come in. We have some pros come in sometimes. So
nice.
It's really random. Sometimes cats come in town, drop in. So Thursday night, you know what I mean?
That's what's up, man.
It's at.
Damn right. Well, you got any links to any of your comedy stand up like on YouTube or Spotify or anything like that? You can share with the people.
Nope, brand new, man.
Brand new
and old. So I ain't got a whole lot of social media, but I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
But Howard EL.
You can find that right here.
Pronounce Howard L. You know what I mean? Or like I said, if you particular, Howard EL.
Got you.
Instagram, Howard EL 116473.
Okay, that's what's
I
up.
don't know what that long number is for, but that's what they do.
I got you. It was probably automated for you, right?
Yeah.
I got you.
There you go.
Well, appreciate you guys watching, and see you guys soon. Peace, pot, and a microdot. Keep your head up and smile a lot.
That's what's up.